Sorry about that. It's because some of my family just got home and, well, I had to help with something. But anyways, let's go back to where we were. Well, earlier uh, the previous queen, Queen Amara, had just been shot by none other than one of the royal guards. But man, are they really like a bunch of big suck-ups? Seriously. But as I said, everything shall be revealed, and trust me, even Queen Garans, like, who are very loyal to her, are not gonna like it at all. Trust me on this. Alright, so let's get back. Let's load the data and be back. Alright, so we are still in the lobby. Well, we're at the lobby. Alright. We're lucky the ambulance made it in time. But we've been forced into a recess for now while things get straightened out. I can't believe what just happened. Tell me about it. Do you think Garan put that guard up to it? If she did, she's gonna regret it. No one gets away with something like that on my watch. Poor Queen Amara. Your benevolence? Any news on her condition? She is undergoing surgery at the hospital as we speak. They are giving her a 50-50 chance of survival, though. That Garan... justice will be served. Why? Why did this happen? Just as we were finally reunited. Oh, Queen Amara. What was that about being reunited? Oh, it's nothing. Right. How are you, Hornhead? Dark Side Mayu was your father and all. But blood, after all. Thank you for your concern, your benevolence. But I'm fine. Right now, we still have a trial to see through. So that's why I'm going to stay focused on. Hornhead, you are sturdier than your stature lets on. Just don't overdo it, okay, Apollo? Dirk, that was a real shocker, all right. Can't believe the dragon is dead. Say, AJ, I was wondering when Dirk disappeared after I freed him. That's because Mara turned back into herself, right? Yeah, I suppose so. But I don't know if it was because the dark spirit wielded it, or if it was a part of Garan or Amara's plan. Man, our dream of revolution. Now what are we gonna do? Is this it? Don't give up yet. There's a very good chance that Ron is the real culprit in all this. Oops, excuse me. And if we can prove her guilt in court, hey, you're right. That could be just the push we need. The dream lives on. Yes, it does. You know what that means, AJ? The fate of the revolution rests squarely on your shoulders. All in a day's work. Uh, who am I kidding? That's a ton of pressure. But this is what Dirk gave his life for. So I have to do this for him. The Honorable Rebel Dirk Sasat Mahi. I would have loved to have spoken with him while he yet lived. Really? Why not? I mean, he seemed like a quite an interesting man. Well, the news is about to hit you very hard, Rafa. Whether you're happy about this or not. Well, I'll leave it up to your emotions, how you react to it in a way. Did she bump her head or something earlier? Well, that fall might have helped, if you recall. The first attempt at the seance. When you think about it, she fell splat. We all heard the noise, so the trial is about to resume. The defense is to report to the courtroom at once. Already? After what just happened? The first thing Garan will do is respond to that last accusation. So you better stay on your toes, Apollo. I will, Mr. Wright. Ready or not, Garan, here comes justice. Alright, so now we're going back to court. Oh, back to court. To prove that Queen to prove Queen Garan that she is the fool who committed the crime. Alright. Be quiet. Now then, let us resume a day's proceedings. We coming to get you. Oh, we coming to get you. Huh? Where's Nayuda? I must offer my apologies. I never imagined a royal guardsman would do such a thing. I call shenanigans on that. What? He wasn't acting under your orders? How dare you cast such a suspicion upon her eminence? Oh, trust me, Judge, the truth will come out, whether you like it or not. Doesn't matter how loyal you are to that wicked queen, but everything's gonna be exposed, whether you like it or not. It is quite all right, Your Majesty. Suspicion is only natural under such circumstances. But rest assured that he acted alone, for I knew nothing of his plans. I don't believe that for a second. Now then, Your Majesty, regarding the murder of my husband, Minister Inga, I would like to offer a new possibility. A new possibility, you say? Indeed. For during the break, the real killer confessed to me. What? Bailiff, call the witness to the stand. The real killer confessed? What she's got up her sleeve this time? I have a really bad feeling about this. Yes, you should have that bad feeling because it's none other than Nayuta. Yeah, everyone is in complete shock. He, he's the one who confessed? Prosecutor Sadmahi? You're the real killer? I questioned him during the recess, as I felt that Amara had been covering for someone. So it was that he finally confessed his crime to me. Nayuta, you didn't really do it, did you? Her Eminence speaks the truth. It was I who killed Justice Minister Inga. Nayuta! Oh, we all know that this ain't true, and we are gonna expose the living daylights out of his testimony, and the real killer shall be exposed. Peace! Prosecutor Sadmahi, are you absolutely certain about this? A confession of this nature is grave indeed. Yes, I am certain, for I killed him by my own hand. At last, the real killer has been revealed. How are we supposed to respond to this? Nayuta, retract your confession now. Mr. Justice, it is not yet time for you to cross-examination. For your cross-examination, sorry. Who cares about that? Admit it. It was Queen Ran who put you up to this. She forced you into giving a confession, didn't she? You are out of line, Mr. Justice. Learn some self-restraint. And as I mentioned, everything is going to be exposed. Whether the true culprit likes it or not. No one is above the law. But, or do I have something that might prove that I did not commit this murder? That is, well, have him testify and see who's lying. It's to see if he's lying. If we got the proof to back it up, you darn well we're gonna present it. What do you think you're doing, you idiot? Truly, the truth can set us free. Please. Spoken like a true liar. Looks like Garan got to him somehow. I definitely didn't see this coming. Nayuta, why are you doing this? Why would you sacrifice even your own life to do Garan's bidding? Whatever the case may be, Prosecutor Sadmahi, your testimony, please. All right. Prepare for exposure of this testimony. Oh, I love that sound. Alright, Nayuta's confession. Here we go. I could not remain silent while Her Eminence fell under suspicion for this crime. It was I who murdered Justice Minister Inga. He had to die for the future of Kurai. I consider it divine judgment cast upon a fiend who sought to assassinate our monarch. My mother was simply covering for me, I am ashamed. I let her go so far for my sake. Mm-hmm. You don't say now, do you? You do understand what you're doing, right, Nayuta? You're sentencing yourself to death if you're found guilty. If that is the court's verdict, then so be it. I must obey the law above all else. The law, Nayuta, or the queen. Enough! This blather has nothing to do with the witness's testimony. Oh, it does. Believe me, it does. Please address any issues you may have during the cross-examination defense. Oh, I will. I'm gonna blow this whole problematic testimony to smithereens. Let's do this. Alright, here we go. Let's see, I could not remain silent while Her Eminence fell under suspicion for this crime. It was I who murdered Justice Minister Inga. He had to die for the future of Kurain. I consider it divine judgment cast upon a fiend who sought to assassinate our monarch. My mother was simply covering for me. I am ashamed I let her go so far for my sake. I'm gonna have to press on that.
Hold it!
So, you killed Minister Inga and Queen Amara staged the crime? Is that how it went? Precisely. My mother is as clever as she is kind. She sought to conceal my crime by taking all of the guilt upon herself. Yet another lie. I need to poke a hole in his testimony. But how? Nayuta, could it be... could it be... I'm gonna go with didn't know Nina's real identity, so let's do that. You didn't realize that Nina was actually Queen Amara, your own mother? That is not as strange as you might think. Much time has passed since we last met, after all. Right, 23 years ago, was it? When Dirk saved her after the supposed assassination attempt. No, Mr. Justice. It was 15 years ago that Dirk abducted my mother. Huh? That's weird. Are you sure about that? I remember it clearly. I was around 10 years old at the time. Nayuta, please add that to the last that last statement to your testimony. Alright, new statement. I was reunited with my mother, Queen Amara, 15 years ago when Dirk abducted her. About that. Let's present... I had something in my tongue. Give me 1 second, let me... there we go. Alright, so... I have a feeling that this is what I have to present. Because when you think about it, I get the feeling that this child that Amara is holding is not Nayuta, but someone else. This is what I'm getting that feeling that the child, well, the baby that she's holding is not Nayuta. Alright, let's present it.
Objection!
You're saying that Dirk made off with Queen Amara 15 years ago? But that's strange, because I heard something very different from Dirk. He said that he ran off together 23 years ago. That is impossible. I know for a fact that it was 15 years ago. Well, I have the evidence that contradicts your statement. How do you explain this photo? Dirk said it was taken 23 years ago. He said that? He did, but if we take what he said as fact, then there's something in this photo that doesn't make sense. Well, any sense, actually. This isn't making any sense to me, so I suppose I should ask. This is what happens when you don't fully pay attention, Judge. What does not make any sense if the photo is only 15 years old? Let's present the baby. Nayuta, this discrepancy may not be directly related to this case, but I don't think we can simply overlook it either. Dirk said the baby in the photo was you, but that doesn't make any sense if the photo's only 15 years old. After all, you said you were around 10 then, right? Busted! He's definitely sweating bullets over there over something. Apollo, if this baby isn't Nayuta... Wait, you don't think... Did Queen Amara have another child while she was on the run? What? And just what if that child was being held hostage? Nayuta, is that why you obey Queen Garen's every command? You presume too much. Ah, and that's why Queen Amara was trying to take the rap as well, to protect this other child. A child born 15 years ago? They would have to be someone who's around 14 or 15 years old now. This is just a guess, but I believe I know someone who fits the bill. This also explains the strange behavior. This is the child who was born to Dirk and Queen Amara 15 years ago. Trucy right! No, I'm just kidding. And it's none other than Princess Rafa herself. All those strange statements she kept making, now they all make sense. Prosecutors Asad Mahi, may I ask something? Of course, your benevolence. I, I've been meaning to ask you this since yesterday. Did you know about Queen Amara? And about me? Hmm? From where did you hear such a thing? From Mother, and only yesterday. Rafo was carrying on about telling the truth to the people. So I told her what the truth really was. For it is up to a mother to discipline her child. I see. I I cannot accept this. Is something the matter, your benevolence? Queen Amara is lying. It makes no sense. Queen Amara would not have killed my father. Why? Why did this happen? Uh, just as we were finally reunited. So yeah, all those flashbacks we were seeing are basically clues of what well they're basically clues as to who her real family is. Oh, Queen Amara. Now I see, Nayuda, why you do what you're told. The other child born at the Dark and Queen Amara was Mr. Justice. I believe I know what you are about to say, but I cannot allow you to name an innocent soul as the child of terrible sinners. He's gonna say it whether you like it or not. I thought you might try to stop me. After all, simply revealing this affirmation in the dangers who you've been trying to protect. I think this should make it clear what I'm talking about. This is the chink in your armor. The reason why you fear your siblings' reputation. And thus, we present... Let's see if I can find it. Amara's assassination file. And that is... a file full of info that Dirk collected on what happened 23 years ago. Of particular note right now is what's written here. Excuse me. The sins of the father are visited upon his children. This deeply held idea is why you were expelled from the royal family. Which means it wouldn't bode well for your sibling either. If she were revealed to be Dirk's daughter. You became a prosecutor to bring down Queen Garan, but at some point you came to serve the very regime you despised. And that was because the Queen found... This, isn't it alright for me to say this? Because, Why do I get the feeling that this is a very bad word? I'll just say ding in your armor instead of that. That ding. Because I'm not gonna say it. Because I know I added a ka into the word to at least soften it. I don't know. That's what I'm afraid of. But anyways, that's how she came to use your sister against you. I Nayuna, have you been keeping this secret all this time? Have you been trying to protect me? You are an innocent party to all this. I only live to safeguard the law and serve the country and queen from which it flows. One such as you, who is destined to ascend to the throne, need not fret over one such as I. No, I cannot accept that. What you say it's malarkey. Don't you even care what happens to you? Before country, queen, law, and everyone's future, my personal feelings are of no consequence. That is why I resign myself to my fate. I know I must accept the status quo without any thoughts of change. Spoken like a true prosecutor and patriot. I shall continue to rule Kurain until the day Rafa succeeds me, for that is what is best for our kingdom. I know, Your Eminence. Yours is no small sacrifice, but I promise you this: in exchange for your life, the child shall remain safe, and the kingdom shall prosper. That is all I can ask for with my meager existence. Nayuda, is this really the new you? Resigning yourself to the will of another and killing any hope you held for the future? No. The Nayuda I knew would never let himself be turned into this. Now, Your Majesty, if you would hand down your verdict.
Objection!
You can say you're simply accepting your fate, Nayuda. But I know that deep down, there is still hope in your heart. Oh, Holy Mother, preserve me. Like that's gonna help. It's the kind of hope that perseveres through the most desperate of times. And it's what binds you, me, and Dirk together as a family. I know, because this has demonstrated me that you haven't lost all hope yet, and thus hopefully this will knock some sense to him. Dirk's badge.
Take that!
When you interrogated Dirk, you confiscated all of his possessions as potential evidence, all except this. Did he take your attorney's badge too? No, I thought it strange, but just when it looked like he was going to take it from me, he changed his mind. So tell me, Nayuta, why didn't you take his badge? You couldn't bear to take it from him, could you? And I know why. It's because this badge means something special to us. Hey, Dirk. Well, wow. Why do you still wear your badge? You're not a lawyer anymore, right? This badge is my heart and soul, son. I'll never stop trying to realize my dream, not until my very last breath. A dragon never yields, right? Exactly. Nayuta, Apollo, I vow to restore Kurain's legal system to its rightful state one day. I want to pass on to you a world where you can live free from the fear of tyranny. You may say you've given up, but that's not how it really is it? You never gave up, and you never will, because you still believe that all of the wrongs will be righted someday, don't you? Wow, silence. You are very perceptive, Mr. Justice. It may very well be as you say. Why did I not confiscate this badge? Even I did not know. Until now. Perhaps I was waiting for him to save me. Save you? Yes, save me. Like he did on that day. Nayuta! Apollo! Hold on! I'm coming! You know, honestly, if they made it an anime, I know, like, I know who for English voice acting wise, I know just the person who would fit the role perfectly. Then that would be Dan Green. He'd make I know he'll do a great job voicing Dirk. Trust me, with the voice he did when he voiced Yugi or Demonized Kyo in Samurai Deeper Kyo. Trust me, that guy would do a great job voicing Dirk. I can guarantee you that. I don't know why. It's you know, like, it's like I can like Dirk's voice, like I hear the Dan Green in my mind, like him doing the voice for the anime. I mean, I know they're very different voice actor for the video game and all, because when you think about it, in the 3DS video games, I mean, for Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright is voiced by Sam Riegel. In the anime, it's Eric Vale who did the voice of Trunks in the Dragon Ball series. Adult Trunks, not kid Trunks. She was voiced by Laura Bailey. But yeah, I mean, I know that if they made an anime for the Apollo Justice games, when it comes to Dirk, I know that I know if Dan Green were chosen to voice the character, I know he'll do a good job on it. All right, so where was I? Sorry about that. What child wouldn't risk his life to save his own children? Nayuda, Apollo, don't you ever hesitate to call when you need me. Understand? Someday, he would come and free our family from the chains of the past. Perhaps deep down, that is what I believed. I believed in Dirk, our father. It ain't too late, dude. Nayuda, I knew, however, it was but a dream. Like I said, it ain't too late to change your mind and you know, expose the queen for the culprit she really is. It ain't too late. And now that dream has died, murdered along with Dirk. So now, as the eldest, the responsibility falls squarely onto me. No matter the cost, I must protect her. Thing is, he's not really alone, for he's forgotten about the other brother. Please, try to understand, Apollo. Understand why I shall bear all this sin. It is the only way. But... You have wasted more than enough of my time, lawyer. Do you not see the futility of your desperate floundering, the immutability of his duty? She said duty. It is time to accept defeat. Now, watch as the hammer of justice comes down upon your dear brother. Your Majesty, the verdict, if you will. Yes, Your Eminence.
Objection!
Wait a second. What do I do? Does the defense we wish to raise an objection? There's got to be some way to save Nayuda. Apollo. It all goes back to that incident 23 years ago. It's branded him the son of a criminal. So if we could once and for all prove that Dirk didn't try to assassinate Amara, right? Nayuda and Rafa's father would no longer be viewed as a criminal. But I thought there wasn't any evidence left. I wouldn't say that. Because it was all destroyed in the fire. And Dirk investigated the matter for years, but never managed to learn anything new. Really? Nothing at all? Could an exceptional lawyer like Dirk try that long and really uncover nothing at all? He had over 2 decades, Apollo. Huh? He's right. I doubt Dirk would have gone to his grave without discovering something new. He must have secretly planted something to topple Garan with somewhere. Take another look at the evidence. You just might find what we need to break out of this situation within there. I got it. If the defense is done stalling for time, I shall now render my verdict. No, wait! About the assassination attempt 23 years ago. The defense has some new info it would like to share. You do? While we had intended to deliberate that case in the course of this trial. Dirk, did you leave something behind for me? Is there some connection I'm missing here? Very well then. What is this source of your new information about this case from 23 years ago? And thus we present the photo of Apollo's father, Jove Justice. Yes. Now, if you recall, when the fire started, Jove was actually inside that residence when it happened. And not only that, everything was gone. Like, all his info and everything. His passport, because keep in mind, he not only was Jove there, but he had Apollo as a baby with him. And, you know, he had all his passport, his, you know, all his information were destroyed by that fire. However, Dirk managed to get at least a picture of Apollo's real dad as leverage, just as an in case. Because, well, here is the shock of shocks. Jove is actually a witness. Despite him being dead, Jove is actually a witness, and he may know who the real arsonist is. So let's present the photo. Photograph? Yes. Do you recall the traveling musician who died in that fire 23 years ago? How could anyone forget such a painful chapter in our history? The poor fellow was caught up in the blaze that was meant for Queen Amara. We never knew who he was, though, as his belongings were burnt to ashes. Well, about that, the truth is, he was my biological father. Oh? What? Why, of course, with his photo, her benevolence. Exactly. We might be able to prove Dirk completely innocent, and that would free her from any infamy of having criminal blood in her veins. Because here in Kurain, we can witness the final memories of the dead. What utter nonsense! There was no evidence left in the wake of that blaze. That's what you think. But Dirk went to the ends of the earth to bring this little souvenir back for us. He did? Mm-hmm. Yep, and boy, is it the best piece of evidence ever. It really is, no doubt about that. He knew that with it, we'd finally be able to conclusively settle the matter here in court and save his children. Your Majesty, the defense requests that we hold a divination seance for this new victim. Kaya sa lawa ka. What a waste of time. No, it isn't. The events of 23 years past have already been deliberated at length.
Objection!
But wasn't Dirk on trial for that incident as well today? So we wouldn't be doing our jobs if we failed to look into this new lead, would we? As the presiding judge, I will now share my thoughts on the matter. The attempted assassination of Queen Amara in a case we can ill afford to leave open, and I believe that the final memories of the victim will prove to be very important. Therefore, it is the opinion of this court that we should conduct another divination seance. Why, you... Your benevolence? If you knew the full name of the victim seen in this photo, you'd be able to perform a divination seance, right? Of course. Leave it to me. Thank you. My father's full name is... Jove Justice. All right. All right, here we go. I'm gonna skip the whole dance, so we can get to the whole meat and potatoes of this whole arson accident or incident. Now, your benevolence, please commence the divination seance when you are ready. And I'm gonna skip all this, so we already know what she's gonna say.
Oh, hold let the so that we make.
And skip the dance because we already seen it. So, all right, here we go. Oh boy, here we go. Burning, heat, crying, pain, metallic sound, okay. Don't think that just because what we're seeing proves nothing, but it does prove something. The spirit of the victim has granted us a window into his final moments. It would appear the divination seance was a success. So those were my father's final moments. That baby must have been you, Apollo. I will now decipher the experience of the deceased. Are you ready, Hornhead? Yes. Please proceed. Alright, here we go. Very well. Here are my interpretations of the facts as gleaned from the seance vision. Alright. Here we go. Someone attempted to assassinate Queen Amara by setting her residence ablaze. Hornhead's father happened to stop by and was knocked out by the assassin. Dirk's fingerprints were discovered on the lighter found at the scene of the crime. That is how he was determined to be the assassin. Hornhead's father tried to save his son, but sadly, he perished in the attempt. Alright. That is everything the deceased experienced in his final moments. My father's final memories. They're right here for everyone to see, but can any of them unlock the truth behind what happened 23 years ago? Well, there's one way to find out. Right. Let me see. Someone attempted to assassinate Queen Amara by setting her residence ablaze. Hornhead's father happened to stop by and was knocked out by the assassin. Dirk's fingerprints were discovered at the scene of the crime. Dirk's fingerprints were found at the scene of the crime, huh? Let's see. Wait a minute. Oh, I passed it. Sorry about that. No, go back. Go back. Thank you. Wait a minute. What is that? I just found... Oops, sorry. Go back to the third. There we go. What is this? Is that a mirror? Because I see a hand with a black glove here. Let's present that.
Objection!
Okay, so Dirk's fingerprints were discovered on the lighter that was found at the crime scene. However, the hand holding the lighter in the seance vision appears to be gloved. I believe you are right. What could this mean? It calls into question whether the hand in the vision really was Dirk's. If only we could make out the details a little better. Very well. I will attempt to focus a bit more on that with what the deceased found. Well, saw. Perhaps that will refine the seance vision. Okay. A thumbs up. It seems that there was a glove on that hand. Still, what significance could that have? It means that Dirk's fingerprints got on the lighter at some other time. Somebody could have put them there after the fire. All you have is pure speculation, while the fact remains that they are his fingerprints. Just because, I can't stress this enough, just because there are fingerprints on the lighter doesn't mean that they're the true person. They have to really think about it. Cause if you saw earlier, the the arsonist was wearing gloves, but the fingerprints on that lighter were Dirk's, but someone else was holding it. Well, keep in mind that they had the real gloves, and for some odd reason we saw someone who's wearing gloves, and the sleeves look very familiar. And on top of that, they did a thumbs up through the view of that mirror. All right then, let's continue. Therefore, it stands to reason that Dirk was the one who used the lighter. It just means I have to prove that the figure in the vision is someone else. Using the information in my father's final memories. Huh, that kept her quiet. Either way, it seems that I must revise my insights. Alright. Which is right here. But if someone had put his prints on the lighter after the fact, then we know not to whom it belongs. Okay. Okay. She updated her insights. Time to go over them and see if there are any new inconsistencies to be found. All right, let's head towards that new statement that we had. But if someone had put his prints on the lighter after the fact, then we know not to whom it belongs. Let's see. Play it. There we go. Oops, I passed it. Okay, there we go. Again. Stop. Hello. There's an armband. Yeah, I think I need to see. Let's see. Let's hope I'm right on this. There's an armband here.
Objection!
Well, the music stopped, so that means I'm right. Wait, then this means that the real culprit is the figure in this vision is clearly not Dirk. The distinctive band around their wrist gives their true identity away. That design, it can't be. This will prove just whose hand was captured in the seance vision. Alright, so yeah. Take a look-see now. Look familiar? Well, actually, I'm talking about the armband, though. In the vision, it looks blue, but we know that it's green. But yeah, it's none other than Justice Minister Inga. That photo. So, you do believe the culprit to be Justice Minister Inga had cuffs with the exact same pattern on them. You're referring to the cuffs of justice, correct? Yes. I hear they're a traditional part of a Kuraini's justice minister's attire. But what does this tell us? It tells us that the figure in the vision is none other than Kurain's late Minister of Justice, Inga Karkul Kurain. And thankfully he did not say the entire name, because it is a long one. No, not my father. So he plotted the assassination of the former queen as well as the current one. Justice Minister Inga? So then Dirk's innocent of both charges? The Defiant Dragons? They've been right all along? Oh, now what? Oh, Nayuda. It's not gonna help, dude. It's not gonna help. Nayuda? What you've proposed is not possible, Apollo. For back then, Inga Karkul Kurain was not the Minister of Justice. What? The Justice Minister of 3 years ago was you, Queen Garan. What? Oh, right. She served as the Minister of Justice before succeeding the throne. I guess she also prosecuted the assassination attempt 23 years ago as one. So then, the figure in this vision is actually Your Eminence. It's you, isn't it? This is madness. Why would her Eminence do such a thing? Because she would ascend to the throne. She wanted to usurp the throne from her sister Amara. That's why she tried to assassinate her. I find this all hard to swallow. Your Eminence, are you the one responsible for tearing my family apart? And was it you who killed my father? Well, Your Eminence, I'm asking you a question.
Insolence!
Peasants. Always carrying on about things of no import. Oh, I beg to differ. You do not deny it then? You concealed the truth and used me for your own designs? Oh, Nayuda, spare me your feeble-minded line of questioning. Even if Dark were cleared of all charges, it shall still be I who decides Rafa's fate. You do wish for her to be queen someday, do you not? Remember, the child lives only by my good graces. Now kneel before me and fulfill your end of the bargain by offering me your head. Excuse me. And the music stopped. Your Eminence, I am done heeding your commands. Even as you used my sister against me, I still believed you. I believed that protecting your secrets was in the best interest of this kingdom. But you have been deceiving me all the while. Nayuta! Nayuta! You dare defy me? Your Eminence. I can turn the other cheek no more. Therefore, I hereby retract my confession in the murder of Justice Minister Inga. Retract, you say? Dirk, the final piece of evidence you left behind has released Nayuta from his suffering, and now he's finally free. In all this time, not once did I reflect on my own conduct, for I had believed all was fate. Lost in my own sense of resignation, I was unable to wake from my despair. But you, Apollo, you have awakened me with your demonstration of our father's creed. In 3D. Ow, that hurts.
A dragon never yields.
I will carry on Dirk's legacy and fulfill his dream. Hear me, Garan. I will cast you down from your bloody throne. Long live the revolution. Say it right, Sadmahi. Long live... No. Viva la revolución! Viva la revolución! Insolent fool! Now even you prattle on about revolution? Oh, she broke her nails. Well, I guess they're fake. Would you look at that? Well, Apollo, it seems we're finally making some headway down the road that Dirk carved out for us. Yeah. Now, if we can just prove Garon's guilt, we could continue down that road towards the revolution Dirk dreamed of. Non-violent, by the way, but no, those police guards use violence. Your Eminence, you have been accused of the crime committed 23 years ago. Would you like to say anything in your defense? Not so fast, Your Majesty. For the cuffs could have been stolen and used without my knowledge. Oh, muchacha, please. So, you see, they can hardly be considered proof of anything. I always thought that with those cuffs, they are always on at all times. Why, I believe you're right. But we know she's guilty. Well, lawyer, is there any other evidence you would have me refute? Unfortunately, this photo was the last piece of evidence Dirk left for me. So as far as evidence goes, I've got nothing else regarding that case from the past. However, now that Prosecutor Sadmahi has retracted his confession. We'll have to deliberate the current case from scratch. Yes, the defense speaks the truth. Even though it is clear who the guilty party is. Queen Garan, the defense accuses you of the murder of Justice Minister Inga Karkul Kurain. And thank you, Apollo, for not saying the whole name, because even I can't say the whole thing. I understand there are people that have very long names, but it's just too much. Seriously. She's twitching. But do you have any evidence, defense? Evidence that will prove Garan was the killer? There is still one more avenue for us to explore, Mr. Justice. There is? Minister Inga's final memories. In them, the minister's killer posed as Jerk. Therefore, one must ask, how did the killer dispose of their disguise? Hey, you're right. A lot of blood would have splattered onto the killer, so the blood-soaked clothes would have to have been dealt with somehow. If they're still around somewhere, then... Oh yeah. I was wondering what absurd idea you would concoct next. Clothing can be disposed of most anywhere. I doubt you could find them now. Then you don't know us very well, do ya? Your benevolence? Yes? On the day of your father's murder, you had been watching the courtyard from 2 p.m. Now, during that time, you saw Queen Garan, did you not? Yes, I did. I saw my mother entering the palace from the courtyard, but I was told not to mention it because it had nothing to do with my father's murder. Rafa, you would not dare! When the queen headed into the palace, did she have Dirk's clothes in her possession? No. No, she did not. So, maybe she disposed of them somewhere in the courtyard. The police did a thorough sweep of the area following the crime, but they did not find anything resembling Dirk's clothes. But you knew that already, didn't you, prosecutor? Yes, I admit no clothing was found. So you admit that you merely you were merely speculating, chasing phantoms and delusions of evidence that never existed. This makes no sense. Clothing doesn't just disappear like that. If Garan wasn't carrying any clothes, she must have gotten rid of them somewhere. Somewhere where she thought they'd never be found. Where they never be found, huh? I believe the Dirk's clothes were hidden here. Thus, we present the tomb, or the mausoleum, if you want to call it. The tomb? You believe the clothing was hidden there? Mm-hmm. Yes, it's the only place it can be. Very well then. Where in the tomb do you believe the clothes were hidden? Thus we present the coffin. Oops, I'm sorry, the sarcophagus. The sarcophagus. Of course, that makes perfect sense. The clothes weren't simply hidden. They were returned to where they belonged. And by that you mean the killer would have to get Dirk's clothes from somewhere. Luckily, they were right there. Yes, of course. At the time of the minister's murder, Dirk's body was already in the sarcophagus. So the killer could have simply borrowed his clothes. Right. Before the minister entered the tomb, the killer put on Dirk's clothes and then hid behind the curtain above the sarcophagus. And after the minister was killed, Dirk's clothes were returned to his body. So what? This is still all speculation. We know not whether those clothes were actually used in the murder. Therefore, you cannot prove that they are somehow connected to this case. That's where you're wrong, but I believe you already knew that. These clothes were definitely used during the minister's murder because of this. Thus, we present the bloody mark on that arm right here. The bloodstains on Dirk's chest are no doubt the result of being shot by the minister. However, that doesn't explain everything. There's also some blood splatter extending from his left elbow to his the abdominal area. I believe this blood splatter came from, surprise, surprise, Minister Inga himself. If the killer wore these clothes during the murder, then the blood spatter must have come from Minister Inga. I thought it was all Dirk's, but that makes sense. Only one way to be sure, though. Let's get those stains analyzed right away. Indeed, this may be the conclusive evidence we need to prove the Queen's guilt. Oh, someone's denying it. You cannot prove it was I who hid those clothes. They could very well have been hidden by a third party. But could they really? I'd say a possibility other than Garan hiding the clothes. There isn't one. So they do not exist. No, it's just not possible. Your Eminence, I recall you saying the following. The key to Amara's sarcophagus is under the protection of the royal family. My husband and I are the only ones who could open it. Therefore, it would be impossible for some knave to open it. That was your own testimony, word for word. Why, you insolent! Admit it. Only you could have hidden Dark's clothes after they were used in the murder. And that means you are the only one who killed Justice Minister Inga. Insignificant worm! You dare accuse me? Yes, I do. The ruler of Kurain? Do not think for one moment that... I'm afraid such arguments are invalid here, in this sacred hall, Your Eminence, because even monarchs aren't above the law. That's right, you tell them. No one is above the law, no matter if you're royalty or not, or just a regular person. It's the end of the line for you, Queen Garen, or Garan, however you want to say it. Time to come down from that lofty throne and face justice. Is she gonna go crazy? Waiting. Me? Face justice? Surely you jest. You are in no position to force my hand, lawyer. Oh? Surely you haven't forgotten about the DC Act. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. In short, should I be convicted of murdering my husband, your dear brother who delivered false testimony in my defense shall also be found guilty. What? That can't be, can it? Let me take a look at that law book. Assuming, of course, I still have it. Uh-huh. Let's have a look-see now, shall we? In the name of Her Eminence, those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. Oh. It didn't specify whether it be lawyer or prosecutor. Oh wow, it wasn't specified. Oh boy. That can't be, can it? By delivering false testimony in the course of protecting a guilty party, he would certainly be judged by this court as having supported a criminal, and the DC Act would most definitely come into play. But that law is so broad that anyone could be convicted under it. When it comes to the DC Act, even I am conflicted. And yet, as it currently stands, it is the law of the land. And as you said earlier, no one is above the law. Of all the absurd things I've seen, this law really takes the cake. Now what? What can we even do at this point? You need not look so forlorn. Dirk has been cleared of all charges, so let us leave all those all thoughts of the real killer and revolution in the past where it belongs. She wants us to let her off scot-free, and yet I don't see any other choice. We cannot yield to her here, Apollo. If it will move the revolution forward, I will gladly face the DC Act. Now do it. Accuse accuse Queen Garand of the crime she has committed. But how is saying the word "but" such insolence? What you speak of is not revolution. Our kingdom, kingdom will not function without its sovereign. And Rafa cannot ascend to the throne for she is as yet capable of channeling spirits. She's not the only one. More on that in a bit. Thus, to accuse me is to wish. Oh, this is the first time I've ever seen this. Thus, to accuse me is to wish this destruction upon our fair kingdom, you terrorist. Terrorist? If you would still insist on accusing me, then as ruling sovereign of Kurain, I proclaim the following. All who imperil the crown, no matter the reason, shall be subject to immediate execution upon the Queen's orders. What? Immediate execution? Do you still not comprehend? Then let me be clear for the sake of this kingdom's future. And in accordance with the law of Kurain, I command that you be put to death at once. Uh-oh, what the? Isn't this going a bit too far? Why, is this a Grand Royal Guard? They were on standby in case of an attack by foolishly optimistic terrorists. Now, if you would continue to oppose me, the very embodiment of the law, then under my regal authority you shall all be put to death.
Objection!
Oh, come on, this is insane, even for you. You can't possibly get away with something like this. This is a court of law. You can't just order our execution without due process.
Hold it!
Now look, Apollo, truth and due process are certainly important, but so is your life. So think before you speak again. But please, Apollo, do not make this any worse than it already is. I cannot lose to you to the Twilight Realm too. What am I supposed to do? How do I win against an opponent that can rewrite the law as she sees fit? How can I ever bring her to justice? Is this really how it all ends? Not quite, because there's still one more piece of evidence that has yet to be revealed. And a bit of a secret that Queen Garand doesn't want anyone to know. It is your life or your accusation, lawyer. You cannot hope for both. It is time to cease this insanity. What do I do? Should I accuse Queen Karan? Duh. Yes. Accuse. I know what I have to do. Mr. Wright, you know saying you're constantly reminding me and Athena of? The worst of times are when lawyers have to face their biggest have to force their biggest smiles. Hmm? You never failed to surprise me, Apollo. And Nayuta, you know that creed we've known ever since we were kids. A dragon never yields. Hmm? Apollo, they are not merely words. They are what's carried us this far. So now, it's time to honor these words and the memories of the ones who gave them to us. I couldn't agree with you more, Apollo. Those words are more important to me than you know. And if there's any time to remember them, it's now. It would seem, Apollo, that not one, but two auspicious creatures dwell deep within you. A fierce dragon and a virtuous phoenix that shall scatter the clouds, hiding the heavens. I shall join you in your death-defying bluff. I think I finally understand what those words really mean, and the resolve they embody. Are you smiling? Even in the face of certain doom? Is there no end to your defiance? Unfortunately for you, no. I won't let fear or even the law force me to abandon the pursuit of truth. Because there is another saying in my country. The truth will set you free. Indeed, that is precisely what Dirk sought to do through this trial. He wished for us to break free from a certain despicable spiders immobilizing silk threads. We won't be intimidated by unjust laws or give in to fear. Abandoning the truth like that is just not a part of my playbook. There is only one path before us: revolution. The time to make Dirk's dream a reality is upon us. Your Eminence, if you are the law in Kurain, then your very existence is wrong. Does your desperate bleeding know no end? I know it's a bit late to ask, but what's the plan? Well, if Garan is going to execute us on the spot under the DC Act, and the law itself derives its power from the authority of the Crown, then there's only one thing to do. We dethrone her, right here, right now. Alright, but how? It's not like we have a lot of time to come up with a way to do it either. I doubt she'll allow you to perform another cross-examination while we think. Don't worry, I'll come up with something. We'll be fine. We can't give up. Not now. We have to keep on fighting to the end. We can't allow these broken trials to go on. It's time to make things right. Review time! Here we go. If I accuse Garan, Nayuta will be subject to the DC Act, which means he will put to death in accordance with the law. So the only way out of this is to dethrone Garan right now. Could this be the key to dethroning Garan? And thus we answer with the Founder's Orb. Is the Founder's Orb the key to the revolution? Dirk was convinced that the orb is the key to the revolution and Kurain's future. In light of Garan's obsession with the orb, it makes a large amount of sense. She probably doesn't want anyone using it to gain spiritual powers and rights to the throne. Inga definitely tried to do just that, but that's where it starts to fall apart. Inga couldn't have channeled the Founder even after abducting Miss Faye. After all, he didn't know the Founder's name. We're speeding up. Inga didn't know the Founder's name. The name of the Founder is only known to those who become queen. That means the only people who currently know her name are Garan and Amara. So even if someone else had the orb, they wouldn't be able to channel the Founder. So that begs the question, why is Garan so fixated on the orb? Okay, let's not overthink this. Garan is obsessed with the orb because, well, as I mentioned before, there's something that Amara can do, but Garan cannot. And the answer is right here. She cannot channel spirits. Garan wants spiritual power. Could it be? It's hard to believe, but if she wants spiritual power, does that mean Garan can't channel spirits? That would explain why she had Amara perform the rite of channeling. Is that why she let Amara live? To stand in for her when the time came to channel spirits? Excuse me 1 second, I'll be right back. Cut. Okay, I'm back. Alright. So, if Garan can't channel spirits, that would mean that she'd have no claim to the throne, so she can't be queen if she can't channel spirits. So, I was gonna save this for during the credit scene. This reminds me of the Faye storyline concerning Misty Faye and Morgan Faye. Misty can channel spirits while Morgan cannot. So this could this be like a reimagining of the Faye storyline? Well, sort of. That's what I think. Alright, so anyways, she'd have no claim to the throne. And we are finished! She would have no claim to the throne. Garan's DC Act was established under the Crown's authority. But if she has no claim to the throne, then the DC Act would become null and void. No, not just the DC Act. All of the insane laws she enacted would be swept away in one fell swoop. You claim the authority of the crown? You, of all people. That's a good one. Have you truly lost it, lawyer? Indeed, I would have the defense explained himself at once. It's easy, Your Majesty. Why is Queen Garan so obsessed with the Founder's Orb? Why did she let Queen Amara live? And why was she having her mercifulness perform the rite of channeling in her place? The answers to these three questions point to a single conclusion. A fact that will shake this kingdom to its very core. I still do not follow, Apollo. He rhymed. Your Eminence, I have just one question for you, and please be honest. You can't actually channel spirits, can you? What? You believe the Queen is not capable of communing with the dead? The defense will explain himself at once. In Kurain, the ability to channel spirits is an absolute requirement for a would-be queen. But, Your Eminence, if you were incapable of doing that, then you'd have no claim to the throne. Not only that, but every law you've passed would be rendered null and void. And you, the Garan Royal Guard, you seem to be rather enamored with the Queen's supposed spiritual power. But what if she had none? What if she were just an ordinary person and a pretender to the throne? That's crazy talk. Impossible. Everyone knows only spirit mediums can be queen. Such blasphemy! On what grounds do you make such a defamatory claim? Queen Garan, if you think I'm just out to defame you, then prove it. Prove it using this piece of evidence you want so badly. And thus, we present the Founder's Orb. And I think I passed it, didn't I? Ah, here it is. All the conditions for summoning the Founder should be in place. With the orb, we know what the Founder looks like, and as Queen, you should know the Founder's name. Now, if you would, Your Eminence, please show us the great spiritual power you bear as Grand Priestess of Kurain. Oh, to witness Her Eminence's great power with our own eyes. The Holy Mother will appear before us. Oh, great miracle. Praise be the... well, you guys have dug your own graves anyway, so... Enough! Enough, I say, you mindless cretins! Your Eminence? Can it be that you cannot? No, I want a lawyer. Summon one at once.
Objection!
Are you for getting something? There aren't any lawyers left in Kurain. You can thank your DC Act for that. Wow, they really wanted to see her power. But they can't. but they can't. Oh, and it makes me laugh. Yep, they're asking for it to use her spiritual power, but she can't. She a fraud. She a fraud. I've heard enough of you. Out of my sight, all of you. If you truly aren't capable of channeling spirits, channeling spirits, then get on with it already, Your Eminence. Yes, get on with it. Yes, get on with it. Monty Python reference. You sneaky, underhanded, wretch of a lawyer. That reminds me. You said something to this effect earlier. It is time to cease this insanity. Don't you feel stupid for saying that now? Indeed, of all the things she has said, I can think of nothing more ludicrous. Apollo, teach this deceitful, putrid queen a lesson she won't soon forget. Gladly, because it really is time to cease this insanity. Garan? Your reign of terror ends here! Now what? Very well. Demonstrating my facility as what? I didn't skip it. I swear I didn't skip it. Behold, the magnificent power to commune with... Alright then, let's see her power. For the record, I'm not the one that's skipping all this dialogue, so... Oh, she's feeling it. If only I can put a Bart noise there, but nah, I don't want to. It'd be too funny and too immature, but I wouldn't mind, but not. I'm not gonna do it. Unfortunately, she has been exposed. No, wait! I was just warming up. The rite actually starts. Ow. Oh boy. Prosecutor Asad Mahi, how is Her Eminence? It seems she now believes that she herself is the Holy Mother. In other words, she's gone cuckoo. I see, but her attempt at spirit channeling failed, did it not? Judge, weren't you paying attention? Oh yeah, you were right there when she was trying to attempt to channel, and you saw that she didn't do jack. Sadly, she seems unable to accept the facts. I fear it will be quite a challenge to question her later. And what, if I may ask, was her motive? I understand that she killed Minister Inga in order to prevent a coup d'etat. But what of her attempt to assassinate Queen Amara 23 years ago? To become queen herself? Maybe she just craved power and attention. She likely developed a psychological complex from her inability to channel spirits. Excuse me. That is why she kept Queen Amara alive to perform the rite of channeling for her. In that way, it would seem as if she had great spiritual power. In short, she built a cult of Sorry, music reference. In short, she built a cult of personality upon fear and lies. Then again, do not all tyrants? So then, she never really intended to kill Amara, huh? What I don't understand is why Queen Amara even listened to Agaran in the first place. Especially 14 years ago, before Rafa was being held hostage. Why would she keep letting people of Akurain think she was dead? While she kept quietly performing the rite of channeling for Garan, my mother is a gentle soul by nature and loves her sister dearly. So when Garan told her to hide because Dirk was out to kill her, she believed it. What's more, she did not wish to tarnish the name of her beloved sister. That is why she acquiesced, I think I said it right, so obediently to Garon's request to keep channeling for her, until she fled with Dirk and was told the truth, that is. So that's what happened. And since Rafa was being held captive, I imagine Amara had no choice but to help cover up the truth behind Inga's murder. Yeah. Excuse me. Ooh. Yeah. Living secretly as Rafa's servant Nena. No doubt, only deepened her love for her daughter. She'd do anything to keep her safe. All the more reason to hide the painful truth from her. Well, that was the case for the ages. Prosecutor Sadmahi has been cleared of all suspicion in the murder of Minister Inga. As has Mr. Dirk Sadmahi in the assassination attempt on Queen Amara. Now then, I think it is high time I handed down my verdict on Dirk and Nayuda Sadmahi. Not guilty! Oh, look at them pretty butterflies. Never mind. Dirk, I hope you're watching. I proved your innocence. Nayuda's smiling again. Did he smile whenever he was prosecuting? And that revolution you've always dreamed of is finally happening. With this, may I finally say, this court is adjourned. Judge out! Oh my goodness, what a trial. And a long one it was. If y'all haven't figured it out, the reason why I didn't, did this whole video, all in one video, was because this trial was so long. So, I had to split this video well, of his whole trial into 3 parts. But yeah, it was long. I would never ever go past my time limit. So hence, if you recall that for the final case for Dual Destinies, that brought up a total of 10 hours, and I basically combined and edited the whole video into one. The investigations and trial, and put them all into one video. That turned out to be a bad idea, so I will never do something like that again, like combining a video and putting it like 10 hours. I mean, come on, who would have 10 hours of time just watching this entire video? Hence, it was the reason why I split the video. Excuse me, I split that video into 3 parts. And also for this last trial here. But wow, was that a bad idea? And I promise I will never do something that crazy ever again. Alright, so we're back in the accused lobby. Way to go, Apollo! I was on the edge of my seat when those guards stormed the courtroom. That was a shocker, all right. Can't imagine anything like that happening back home. I know, right? I was ready to go down there and teach them a lesson myself. She might. Really? I was barely able to hold her back. Oh, she really wanted to do it. You go, girl. Hold me back. You were about to go ballistic after a while there, Athena. Yeah, well, I was thinking about helping you smack a few of them down, to be honest. Okay. Remind me never say or do anything to deserve a Maya Athena double suplex. You did a fine job out there today, Apollo. Thanks for all the great advice, Mr. Wright. Nah, it was all you. That perseverance and never say die attitude you showed was impressive. I actually learned a thing or two myself. What? From me? Well, that's a laugh. There were a number of times where I wouldn't have blamed you for giving up, but you stuck it out to the end and came away triumphed by sheer force of will and her strength forged in countless trials. You overcame the most desperate and hopeless situation I've ever seen. I don't know about all that. I mean it. You've really come a long way, Apollo. I've nothing but respect for your abilities as an attorney. Really? Aren't you exaggerating just a little bit, Mr. Wright? You did it, Apollo. You've finally won his seal of approval. But what about me, Nick? My channeling came a long way too. After all, I was deemed worthy enough to be used in 2 major crimes already. Yeah, and 2 major chances for me to become someone for you to channel next. Honestly, I couldn't have done this without the support of each and every person here. Mr. Wright, Athena, Nayuta, and of course, Dirk. That was pretty cool, Polly. Wait, Trucy? How did she get here? Trucy, what are you doing here? It's magic. I'm afraid she employed the old let's stow away in Mr. Edgeworth's suitcase trick. What? Though it certainly explained why my suitcase was so heavy. Tell me, you at least noticed it was heavier than usual. Trucy, do you even have a passport? My magic panties are in extra dimensional space. It's like a mini universe in there. I could produce a passport at the drop of my hat. Right. Maybe some things in this world are better off left a mystery. Hornhead! Barbed head! I am forever in your debt for what you've accomplished in the Hall of Justice. Without your presence, I may have never changed as I have this day. It's pathetic, I know. Why, though? That's where you're wrong, your benevolence. It was you who changed yourself. Only you could choose to defy Garan, and that that choice was yours and yours alone. That's right. All we did was present you with an opportunity, and you made use of it with gusto. This victory is yours, your benevolence. You should be proud of yourself. I see. So, I am worthy of my title after all? I shall work to heal our kingdoms so that it may know peace and prosperity once more. She sure bounced back quick. So, your benevolence, I take it you learned the truth of your origins, that you are the daughter of Dirk and Queen Amara. Yes, my mother, I mean her eminence told me. She said it was a part of my disciplining, if you can call it that. Sounds more like blackmail. Keep quiet or I'll tell everyone you're the daughter of a criminal. My mother was insufferable, or should I say, my former mother. Sounds like there was no love lost there, but you clear Dirk's name. My true father will no longer be known as a criminal. Therefore, I have nothing more to fear. So, what's next for the Kingdom of Kurain? I mean, you lost your queen, so her benevolence, Princess Rafa will ascend to the throne. Nayuta, but she can't channel spirits yet, right? Indeed, which is why I will act as a regent on her behalf until the day she comes into her own. Yes, your help will be greatly appreciated, Prosecutor Assad big, but, buh? but, br- is she going to say what I think she is? Just say it already, girl. What are you looking at, you horn-headed nincompoop? Why is it so hard to say big brother, for crying out loud? In any event, I will be assisted by Nayuta and Queen Amara for the time being. Queen Amara? Our country offers consult to console to the rulers of neighboring kingdoms through channeling. It is a duty I intend to fulfill myself one day. But for now, I will have Queen Amara assist me in that capacity. So then, she's going to be all right? Yes, it seems the bullet went straight through her without doing any serious damage. Well, that's a relief. And she's gone. Oh, you did it, AJ. Thanks to Thanks to you, both Dirk and Nayuta beat the charges against them, and you got the revolution rolling to boot. The revolution? Dirk, I guess you were right to believe in me after all. Yes, sir. There's gonna be some major changes around here. The legal system's gonna return to its rightful state, like how Dirk always wanted. And the name of Apollo Justice will go down in Kuraini's history. Yeah, right. Oh, Nayuta, before I forget, there was something I wanted to give you before I head back home. You wished to give me something? Yes, as Dirk's birth son, I think you should have this. Thus, we give him Dirk's badge. This is Dirk's. I have to get back to the States, and I know you're a prosecutor and all, but as the man that's going to change Kurain, it's only right that you have it. To change Kurain. Yeah, in Dirk's place. Apollo, I'm afraid I must refuse your gift. What? Why? There is something I would like to show you. Huh? What's this all of a sudden? Mr. Wright, won't you and your friends please join us? Oh, sure. This is a jail cell. You will spend the rest of your lives there. No, I'm just kidding. So we're back at the former Sadmahi law offices. So why'd you bring us here, Nayuta? Apollo, I want you to stay here in Kurain. What? But why? We have lost our queen and our kingdom. Sorry, my mouth. And our kingdom stands at a crossroads. Most of all, we will need to rebuild our entire legal system. Naturally, that includes the reintroduction of lawyers to the court. Wait, you're not asking me to... Yes, I want you to take over this law office, with you as a lawyer and me as a prosecutor. We shall rebuild Kurain's legal system from the ground up. You want me to help rebuild the legal system? That's a lot to take in, Apollo. I cannot do this without you. As a lawyer, you are Dirk's spiritual heir, and having studied in America, your legal knowledge will be indispensable. This is way out of my league. The revolution is still in its infancy, but it was Dirk's dream to restore the legal system to its rightful state. Will you not help me realize that dream? Come on, AJ. You know it's what Dirk would have wanted. Let's do it together. You must be taken aback by my sudden request, but please give it some thought. Of course, I'm honored that you asked. Still, I have my job at the Right Anything agency to consider too. Don't you worry about that, Apollo. Besides, this is something only you can do. Something only I can do? I mean, you can rename this place, well, like form a new branch or something, you know, like the Right Anything Agency Kurain branch? I don't know. Something only I can do. I mean, to be completely honest, our office would be a bit short on firepower without you around, but hey, Mr. Wright. Actually, I'm sorry, but I can't get on board with this. Athena? I mean, there's still so much I want to learn from you, Apollo. That's right. It won't be the same without you. And everyone back home would really miss you too. There's no way I can agree to this. Still, if you really wanted to stay, yeah, Athena's right. It won't be easy, but Athena, Trucy, Apollo, no one but you can make this decision. Know that I will not question whatever choice you make. Our flight leaves tomorrow morning, Apollo. I think you can make up your mind by then? I'll try. Talk about a difficult decision. Should I go back to the U.S. and continue working at the Right Anything agency? Or should I stay in Kurain and help Nayuta rebuild the legal system? It's a tough choice, but as Phoenix mentioned, it's Apollo's choice and Apollo's choice only. What's the right thing for me to do? Alright, so now we reached tomorrow. We're at Temple. The bus to the airport will be here any minute. I wonder where Apollo is. Do you really think he decided to stay here in Kurain? I bet he was up all night thinking. This is a life-changing decision after all. But whatever he decides, I'll have to accept it. I guess this means no more room battles alongside him. Hey, guys! I know that booming voice anywhere. Phew, I made it. Apollo, you're here. Does this mean you're coming home with us? Well, about that. Mr. Wright? Yes? I've made up my mind. Here it is. The moment of truth. Truth. I still have many things to learn from you. But I've decided to stay in Kurain. You're staying? But I feel like I have to pick up where Dirk left off. I can't let his sacrifice go to waste. I see. Plus, I want to teach others everything you taught me about being a lawyer, Mr. Wright. Apollo. Dirk's roadmap for the future and your teachings. I believe that these two things will save the people of this kingdom. Sorry, my mouth. I believe that these two things will save the people of this kingdom from further unrest. I want to do this. No, I have to do this. Apollo, I've never felt prouder. Proud to have such an amazing attorney working under me. But someday, I'll return to the U.S. Once the new legal system is firmly in place, I'll be back. Scout's honor. Will we really see you again, Apollo? You bet. Not that I have any idea how long it'll be, but I promise you this, everyone. I'll keep on learning and growing, and I'll come back to the U.S. even better lawyer. So don't you forget about me. Of course you won't, Apollo. There will always be a spot waiting for you back at the office. In the meantime, we'll be rooting for you, so knock 'em dead. You got it, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna miss you, Polly. But if this is it, then I'm going to support your choice all the way. Thanks, Chusi. Good luck with your magic act. I know you'll do Trope Grammar proud. I'll be cheering for you too, Apollo. But don't think you're the only one with room to grow. But next time we meet, you'll probably won't even recognize me. In other words, game on. You bet, and I'm gonna win. I'm gonna miss you too, Apollo, but I can't wait to see where your new adventure will take you. Spin-off territory? Who knows? Well, there's our bus. I guess this is it, Apollo. I'll never forget everything you've done for me, Mr. Wright. I don't know how I'll ever repay you. Here's to seeing you back in the U.S. again someday. Until then, you know where to find me. The legacy of who comes before us. Is handed down from parent to child. And from mentor to the disciple. We must never stall or stagnate, but continue to grow and change. All that we've been taught, the beliefs and convictions that have been passed down to us. We must continue to nurture them so we, in turn, can pass them on to the next generation.
Are you really sure you're okay with him staying, boss?
Uh-huh. I always figured he'd leave the nest someday.
Oh, I think they're almost here.
Just a little. Got it. Huh?
Why don't we go and check it out, AJ?
Well, the building could use some more work, but hey, it's a start. So yeah, Justice Law Offices. Go on, Mister. This is just like any credit scene, but well, there you have it. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice, or Gyakuten Saiban 6. Oh wow. As I mentioned in our first part of the last trial, it has been one crazy year. Oh my goodness. So after all this, I am Ace Attorney'd out. Oh my goodness, this has been one crazy year. But again, thank you so much for sticking by me throughout this entire bi-monthly marathon. But it has been an adventure. So much of an adventure. But yeah, I will be back in the Ace Attorney series with spin-off titles, but there is not gonna be no marathon. I'll just handle those things one at a time. So oh my goodness, doing a marathon of this was a good idea and not much of a good idea, but hey, we did it. But hey, we were able to pull it off, and well, ay. But yeah, we see some last minute comments from the characters from the previous chapters. So yeah, sometime in the future I'll go into spin-off territory. To the DLC cases that were in Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice, but not for a while. Oh my goodness, not for a while. Not for a while. So, oh my goodness, because I still have some more work to do, finishing the script for the Kakurenju Ranger the 30th anniversary special review that I have to do. I'm almost done with the script and all, and not only that, I had to do the voice, like the voiceover, and hopefully that review video doesn't get copyright strike, because I will put a disclaimer before the review even starts, you know. So, but keep in mind, if they ask me to take down that video, I will do so. I don't want any problems at all. Why do I get the feeling that Vomit Noise is the same voice actor who voiced Kensu in the King of Fighters games? It does sound familiar to me. But yeah, again, we look at all the characters that we've seen throughout the entire game. But no, I think we're missing a character there. Well, in this case, another personality, but yeah. So yeah, I'll get into spin-off territory and the DLC episodes, but not also during that. I also want to do a let's play for not a marathon, but also the Professor Layton series, because keep in mind, excuse me, that Phoenix Wright and Professor Layton also did a crossover game, which is entitled Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright. And not only will there be puzzles, but also trials. And it also introduces some new mechanics that will later appear in the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. You know, the one with where you play as a ancestor of Phoenix, Naruhodo. So, well, I guess Queen Amara is feeling much better. Oh, but not after what happened to her. Like, she was shot behind the back, no less, by a over loyal royal guard. But wait, wasn't there a touch screen there where you're able to like draw pictures? I guess they took it out after Rise from the Ashes, because I don't see the touch screen there, you know, where like you put the powder and watch as the pictures come out. I guess they took that out. I guess even for Dual destinies. But, oh well. I think that's it. But I think we have a cutscene, an anime cutscene coming, so let's enjoy. Or not. How is he doing, Mr. Wright? Great. He's a respectable lawyer in his own way. He even has his own law office. Thank you. This wouldn't have been possible without you. Oh, before I forget, I made a copy of this photo for you. A photo? Oh. Jove. It's so good to see him again. Don't you think it's about time we told them the truth? After all, they've both grown to be fine siblings. Perhaps it's about time they knew. And we also have the localization credits. I guess we'll see the voice actors that played the parts. And we have to hear the divination song again. But oh well. Let's see if it shows the voice cast. What the wombat? Vista. Windows Vista, you were terrible. Alright, let's see if it shows any of the, you were exposed. We have the art, we have the animations and stuff, the productions. Yeah, so my complaint for this game is one, no appearance by Mia. I was kind of hoping for that, but it didn't come to be at all. And what else? What other complaints do I have? Yeah, I think that's something I can think of is Mia is not in this game ever. I mean, I was kind of hoping to see her again. But, oh well. And what else? I think that's it. That's my only complaint was no Mia. I was kind of hoping that she would make an appearance. But maybe in the DLC cases? If anybody that has played those DLC cases, does Mia ever show up, you know, like to help Phoenix, you know, like for one last time? I'd really like to know, because keep in mind, I won't be going into DLC or spin-off territory for a long while, so, and I hope I don't get a copyright claim for the song, the divination song. So hopefully, I hope I don't get any copyright claim, because that would be a drag there. That would be so messed up. Well, I guess it didn't show the voice, like the voice cast credits. Well, that's messed up. Dear Mr. Wright. Oh, I can control it. I can't believe it's already been a few months since I decided to stay. I'm sorry, I haven't been good about keeping in touch. Don't y'all have cell phones? But things have been really hectic. Rebuilding a legal system I'm not yet familiar with has been a real challenge. But I will say it's given me plenty of work to keep me busy. Seated? Have you not given the autopsy report even cursory glance, Mr. Justice? It's just I have 15 clients on my plate right now. Though I probably shouldn't have accepted all 15 at the same time. Oh, please. Are you going to help me rebuild Kurain's legal system or not? If you are, we need to move through this case backlog faster. Yeah, I know, but besides, those 15 are only the beginning. There are 10 more awaiting your services. Huh? I too have friends and acquaintances seeking legal representation. And being that you are the only lawyer in the country, I told them to contact you. I estimate it will only add about 16 clients to your caseload. Huh? Huh? Now, wait just 1 minute. I've been heading out advertisements for your new office. They read from legal advice to investigating extramarital affairs, even yak milking. What? For a limited time only. These services are more and more are free down at justice law offices. I have already received requests from 380 new clients. Oh my goodness. I think I'm gonna faint. I'm gonna have to say something, aren't I? I trust you did your cords of steel exercises this morning. Well, go on. There's no need to hold back. Now that you mention it, we have to hear you shout today. Yes, and I have grown quite drowsy from these tedious proceedings. I could use a loud something to wake me up. Don't disappoint me, Hornhead. There's really one thing to say at a time like this. It's a word I've said countless times in my career, but one I'll never tire of. And that is... which button is it?
Objection!
Never mind. I was gonna say it, but oh well. The end. Alright, so we get illustrations and anime cutscenes. Galleries have been unlocked. Please go to extras and DLC to view them. So yeah, whenever you beat the game, the same thing that was in Dual Destinies, it applies here too. And we save the data. And back to title screen we go. Oh my goodness, but again, thank you so much for sticking by me throughout this entire year. It was crazy. Not only that, during the Apollo Justice Ace Attorney playthrough, we had gone through some very serious weather issues. One, the derecho storm, and the other, Hurricane Beryl. If y'all haven't seen the video, I guess I'll put it up on screen. I mean, I'll put up in annotation, or I'll leave a link in the description below, so y'all can see the damage. And thankfully, it was only the backyard and not the front yard of my home. But anyways, thank you so much. This marathon is over. I am completely Ace Attorney'd out. Thank you for tuning in on this bi-monthly marathon. I'm gonna take a rest and be back with a new full Let's Play, since I haven't done one in a while. What game it'll be? Well, y'all gonna have to wait and find out. So, until then, everyone, take care, see you next game, and God bless. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and share with all your family and friends. If you're enjoying my content, consider subscribing to the channel, and don't forget to click that bell to receive notifications for new videos. Take care, and God bless.